バナナハイブマインド。
So I've heard some whispers in the gamer forums lately. You little gamer goblins have been talking.
Oh, they fixed Cyberpunk 2077.
Well, when Cyberpunk was set to release, I was a regular high school hypebeast dropout for it, know what I'm saying? Well, then it dropped almost a year ago, and it was bad. It was terrible on PCs and unplayable on consoles, so I didn't pick it up. I had forgotten about it. Then you dirty little gamers whispered in my ear. I heard it was fixed, and saw that it was half off on Steam. So naturally I decided, what's the worst that could happen? I picked it up. I put 9 hours into the game in one day, and I'm here to tell you if they really fixed it. So let's start with the glitches. This game had so many glitches on launch it made Assassin's Creed Unity look like a well-put-together game. There were texture glitches and AI glitches and glitches that made you unable to progress in the game. It appears through a series of patches CD Projekt Red has fixed a lot of these, not all of them. While playing, I did notice some minor texture glitches, but nothing that made the game unplayable. The AI seems to operate fine for the most part, except the pedestrians in public will cower in fear for literal hours after some sort of violent incident happens. But I appeared to have no major issues. Until just before making this video. There's a part in the main story where a guy named Mr. Hands sends you to a French Creole church to go talk to someone about some kind of mission. Well, the guy there sends you to a butcher shop down the street to talk to another guy. So I talk to the guy at the church and I go to the butcher shop and it's empty. No one's there. I go around the counter. I waited for an hour. Nothing. There is no one here to talk to. So now I'm stuck. So I just moved on to the next main mission. God, I hope that sorts itself out. But next we'll talk about the gunplay. It feels like complete dog shit. Every gun feels like a fucking wet noodle. Enemies take so many shots to kill, it's absolutely insane. I even had the difficulty on normal just to see if it changed at all, and it didn't. You just dump and dump and dump bullets into enemies, and they just suck them up like they're hungry, hungry hippos. And the pump shotgun is just broken. If you're in the reloading animation and try to do something else like heal or throw a grenade, there's a chance that the main character will just stop and do nothing, and you're left mashing the heal button because you already put 10 rounds in an enemy and you desperately need to put 10 more in them. The aiming feels sloppy, and overall it just feels like an unrefined PlayStation 2 shooter. The driving. I'll make this quick, I know it's not a driving game, but it is the main mode of transportation and it just feels sloppy. The steering is too squishy, and you feel too slow. This is 50 years in the future, and everyone's still driving around Cadillacs and Chryslers. The game is open world, people call you and text you randomly for missions. It's just like GTA 5, but GTA 5's driving feels fantastic. The side quests are pretty underwhelming and boring. There's no random encounters that are memorable in any way. Every random encounter is just a group of gangsters shaking down a business demanding protection money. You shoot them, get no payout, and move on. So, it really sounds like I'm just shitting on the game and I must hate it. And yet, the atmosphere of the game is wonderful. It's a futuristic, exaggerated, capitalistic world where the companies in the game clearly run the world. Night City looks like a beautiful dystopian mix between Tokyo and New York. It's so unique. My biggest complaint about games released nowadays is a lack of creativity. Everyone just does remasters and sequels and prequels that all suck ass, but Cyberpunk is so unique. The clothing and the businesses and the news and the characters, they're all so unique. It's beautiful. The story is so good. This game made me feel connections with the characters and upset when they were killed and on the edge of my seat to learn what happens next. I haven't felt that way about a game story in a long time. So here's my recommendation. If you're excited about Cyberpunk, if it really just got your Fruit of the Looms in or not, then pick it up and just play the story missions. Play it as if it's just a level-based game. Enjoy the wonderful story CD Projekt Red created. Take it as a win and move on. So, did they fix Cyberpunk 2077? Yeah, kinda.